Hi everyone, what's happening? Hi Barbara. What's going on? I'm working on a little bit larger magnet kind of thing. What are you up to today? Good for you. Yeah, I knew those bracelets were going to be a hit. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah. I found a couple of different places, so I told you I'm pretty good about finding things. Yeah, I got right on it because I knew that you were going to have to start making some more of those bracelets for sure. So what are you doing today? Okay. Sure, I'll send you the link. Yeah, if you're in the mood to con, you just let me know. I'll send you the links. Not a big deal. Yeah, because sometimes people aren't. So I don't want to, push it and make people feel obligated to do it. Okay.
Good morning, sis. How you doing today?
I'm doing okay, sis. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Shadowrunner, the one that lost her husband, was in the room last night. And she says, sis, can I call you afterwards? How about adjoining hotel rooms when we go Robbie's? I said, I can't afford it this go round. We're going to have to sleep in the camper. Hold on a sec. Hello? But oh, okay. So you got your load? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I'm in chat with Stacey Cattitude. So let me go on in there and I'll get with you after a while, okay? Let me talk good morning and talk with her a little bit. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, love you. Love you. Kisses, kisses. Bye-bye. That's Kimberly Mills. You may see her come in here. She was in here the other day. She's an 18-wheeler driver. And she's been stuck without a load for 4 days. No, last night, Shadowrunner says, no, don't worry about it. I'm getting it. And so I talked to her afterwards. She says, no, a friend of mine, Terry, wants to come and she'll have one bed. I'll have another, and then I'll pay the extra 100 for the other one. I said, Shadowrunner, I just sent you all that money and all that. She says, well, I'm going to pay it back to you. I said, what you mean, pay it back to me? She says, like you say, they're cutting me a check. I said, who's cutting you a check? She said, the insurance company. I said, what insurance company? I didn't know that David had an insurance policy. And if he got cancer, they paid me something like $2,500. I went, oh, that's good then, Shadow. Definitely, that's good. You can use that. You see it, y'all? And I want to see you and Wolf so bad. I need to hug y'all and hold you and just see y'all. I'm going to pay y'all's hotel room while we're down there. And I told her it'd be the 11th. She said they may stay longer than the 11th. But I'm going to talk to my ex-husband this afternoon and say, hey, I'm going to put all 3 dogs in the pound again. But I'm going to find somewhere else. You know, $700 is just too much. Unless they said they don't need another booster shot, then $300 is fine, you know. Because I think they want to stay until the 15th. And I think I'll talk to Wolf. He may want to stay till the 15th, just in case we can't find a house, you know, or a trailer. They're bringing the price of the trailer from $215, 2 acres of land, $215 down to $199. And they're going to try to hold off until I get there. But there's several people that wants to buy it. I said, sell it. Well, you know, if it sells, it's not meant for me, you know.
Right. Yep, that's the way I look at things.
See, this is my cup of coffee. My hospital mug. And that's what I'm going to have most of the day, just sip on it. Yeah, I look. And I said, well, I'm going to put them on there because I showed a few people and they love them. And they're not going to be at Robbie's, you know, and Robbie's going to really sell them for a lot of money. Selling them at $20 or $25 shipped. I sold them for $15 last night shipped. And phew, they went. So I paid a little bit on my account from Robbie this morning. I had told KT Treasures, I said, well, something bounced on me. I said, I'm sending you $50 to hold my package. When you get my other $38, you can send it. Because I don't like putting my account less than $25, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And we've been doing a lot of pirate ship, and those that are paying with pirate ship turning around and taking it off, cash out. So I got all of that, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's why a lot of sellers don't like using the Cash App.
Well, PayPal too. If they don't send as
Hi, whoever joined us. Go ahead, hon.
As if they don't send as a purchase, they like to send family and friends, and then they draw it back. So. I'm just looking this morning, seeing I made 18 bracelets yesterday. Then I made about 9 necklaces. And then I made 2 or 3 little cheap bracelets that were broken. Everything sold. Everything. I even make these big old wall geodes, like 2 foot by 3 foot or 2 by 4, and we put it on a piece of plywood and we paint it, and then I make the geodes, with the healing stones mixed or little stones and crystals and stuff. Then I use the glitter and the micas and stuff to do the center, and then I do the little lines, and I put a little bit of glitter in it. I sold one last night for $100.
Good for you.
So, and they don't like the little ones. I can't sell my little ones at all. But somebody was telling me that you take it outside, put it on a cinder block, and then hit it with a hammer and break it up in little pieces. And then you can make what's called the infinity domes. And we make like just a little dome. It's not but about 4 or 6 inches high, maybe 5 inches. And it's just a dome. You don't have, and it comes out glazed, glossy. So you drill a hole in the bottom, you stick a light, and it shines through it in the center. So I sold that yesterday. And I'm at it with those bracelets again this morning. I mean, I just barely brought it up. Clank, clank, clank. Whoa, wait a minute. So now I have 2. Everybody paid last night. We went on live. I used Restream, and people were still coming in because it was on YouTube. I forgot to put it private and just invite who I wanted. But I did invite the mods in there, and I told them I am tired of being stalked. And they said, stalked. I said, yes. Every room I go in, 2 people shows up in it, or 1 does, for sure. And then they run and go tell somebody else that I'm on, or I'm in this room, I'm buying this, or I'm buying that. I said, that's quit right now. I said, they come in the room, I'm going to leave, and then I'll come back when they're gone.
Yep.
One of them even calls me in here. And the other one has us blocked.
Follows you in here?
Yes, they follow me in here almost every morning. I left.
You're gonna have to email me with a little bit more info on that.
Yesterday, the one that you brought on live. And then I left the room. Talked to her a little bit, but I left the room. I'm going to be nice.
Okay. Leave that be right now. Okay.
So that's why I came back on and said, I'm sitting in the background, but I'm not going to be on live or talking while they're in here anymore. Decide that. And somebody else last night said, I found out that's what they're doing to me. Every time I pop in a room, within 5 minutes, they're there. Maybe 10 minutes at the most. But I get out. Then she goes around and tells this person, that person, how much you're buying and what you're buying. Don't buy from her and da 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 da. But what the people don't understand, whatever I get from KT Treasures, I'm like you. I wash it down, you know, I clean it, I put new hooks on it, you know, I'll add some beads here and there, and I'm selling them for $1. I bought a whole box. That first box I bought was for $1. And, you know, and I'll add something. Like I buy a lot of chains. I add the end clip clasp to where I can put the hooks on them because the chains are broken. And I super glue it on there. And then I'll add something to make it look good. I had a necklace that was too short and had 4 rings. There was a silver ring, it pretty like an Aztec design on it. There was 2 of them. I said, what can I do with that? Earrings. But earrings don't sell very good for me. So what I do is I go ahead and I took it off that, and I had another one with 3 copper rings. And what I did is I interconnected them with jump rings, and I connected it on wire, and they hung like very pretty. I sold it for $1. And I said, wow. I thought we were finished.
Could have probably got more for it.
Huh? Yeah, but last night's just, hey, $1. I'd rather get $1 for these little cheap, thin chain things, you know? And now, one girl bought it for $1. It's going to cost her $3.84 to send it to her. You know, so I'm not worried. And then what we started doing, I add $1 for shipping and handling, but for handling because of the tape and the paper, you know, so that gets me that extra $1, and I pull that out for a fund, you know, so we can do everything else. But all my throat's swollen this morning, my sinuses have been draining. It's like, oh, you can see in my eyes. I've been wiping with, I guess I should get something better than a paper towel. Oh, let me go get did I show you the red choker that Wolf is making with the wolf?
No, you didn't. You were telling me about it, but you didn't show it to me.
Yeah, let me go get it. I almost sold it last night, but I'd rather give it to Robbie. This is the only thing I started at starting bid, and somebody wanted it so bad, but she said, I already owe you too much. Well, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
See, we got these from Cajun Reseller, the wolves, and I got the silver with the blue and then the gold with the red. Now, I've also got gold with blue and silver with red. But that's a big choker. Robbie, these are worth about $300 at powwows. He'll get maybe $150 for it, which it pays for the lemurs. I'll just put that right here. Wolf's going to make a blue and black one for Shadowrunner. That's what it was. Shadowrunner was going to get that and said, oh, I wish it was blue instead. I said, we're making one, but she doesn't want it very big. And what we're going to do, we're making a double. Instead of 5 rows of bone, we're going to make it double. And then she's going to get me the measurement, and I'm going to put the silver wolf and glue, and we're going to put it on his urn, because he's got the 3 wolves looking up to the silvery moon. That's his urn. Now I said, Shadow, you know that you only get about 3 tablespoons of ashes. No, I should get more than that. He weighed more. I said, baby, the body is mostly water, so it's going to shrink down. You mostly get, and the skin burns off. It's not really an ash; it just melts. You get bones mostly.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not all ash.
No.
Like Longmire, he had a big tea box.
Yeah, that is some of it's dirt.
And when he opened it up, there was a big plastic bag in there that just filled up the hole.
Yeah.
Put that's not really
No, in real life, it'll fill up about a 2x3 bag, if only half. But she wants to bring a little bit and sprinkle with the animals out there at Robbie's. So she wants to go do that now. She wants to go, but if Terry doesn't go with her, she's going to drive a 10-hour drive by herself. She says, I'm okay. I love driving. I said, wow, not me. But we can only make so many. I can, well, Wolf makes them now, but I usually start them. But on these like this, we can only give them 5 a month. There we go. Ooh, you get the light of the. Yeah, on these, we can only give so much. Now, because we have the gold wolf, it is not called enough. It's authentic, okay? But we glued the wolf on it. So, actually, I can make about 6 of these. We can make 6 and bring them to Robbie. So, we may do that. I have some more things to hang off the bottom, and everything was going last night, like boom, 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 boom. So, I gotta count these. I gotta make sure I've got enough. I think it's 22 I need. This is the light pink with the light champagne color. Like, see, you'll be getting bags like this with numbers on them. That's how much we sold them in 2013 in the shop. We had a big pegboard and it was all full. Full. Let me see if I can correct this. I'm trying to get my accounting finished today. Boy, that's the one thing that's hard is getting all your make sure that all of your stuff is done,
Yeah, the invoices and things.
Well, not really invoices, but the accounting work. Who you pay, just like the gift shop, That goes to her. That's 700. Well, I'm right where I was before last week's auction. What started to happen when I go in Robbie's and I want something and I start bidding on it, we've learned not to bid right away. Just wait and see what's going to happen. And we wait to bid on it, because every time I start bidding on something, there's one person that tries to jump me and bid me. She bid me up to $235 that should have been just something like $100.
Right.
But Wolf and I got mad because we got upset. We didn't get mad. It just upset us that every time I go buy something, this one person bids and bids and bids and bids. And I'll get over there and then she'll say, oh, it's broken, or somebody buys it from her and it comes in broken. Everything but 3 items came in broken that I got from her. So I told Robbie, I said, I'm sorry I went up so high on my thing. He says, Barbara, I know you're going to pay me. You always do. Every week you send me money. But I said I wasn't going to pay that much for it. He says, when Wolf started bidding and you were bidding at the same time, different prices, I knew what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
says, you don't have to take it. I said, no. He says, well, I'll knock off $100 off of it. I know you were bidded up. I'm like, oh, well, thank you.
Oh, that's good of him.
Yeah. But you have to understand, since October, I've donated over $15,000 worth of stuff at cost. And I'm still giving. We're going to bring some of the canisters, if we can pack it right, the canisters and some of the little ceramic boxes we had with the inserts on top that says mother and, different things like that. So, and those things, they sell for $20 each. Canisters, we used to sell them for $50 or $60. It depended on what was on it, So, ooh, this baby pink with champagne is pretty. Somebody says, why can't you get him for cat eyes? I said, I can't afford it. Not right now. I've got to pay it on my doctor bill next week. But I told him last night, I said, with everything going on, we're going to mail off the little boxes, and the bigger one's going to have to wait till we come back. And really, the bigger ones go with us, so it doesn't matter. Like Tori and Kimberly and all them, they don't have to pay shipping because, well, Tori, it's cheaper to mail to Georgia from Florida than it is Louisiana to Florida.
Right.
So that's what we're going to do. Now look, I don't have enough of those. Don't put them on my plate. What happened to it? It flew out of my hand. Well, it's not right there.
Hi, whoever joined us.
Oh, last night was my last auction until we come back. Because I thought we were finished on taking apart all those necklaces and stuff. He said, no, we still have more than a little bit of a half a box to go. I went, oh my gosh, okay.
Mm-hmm. And you got more comments.
Yeah, I got more coming. KT said as soon as he got payment, he was sending me the boxes already. And then I wrote him back. I said, no. I want to pay you off. I said, after Thursday night, I'll be able to pay you off. And I only owed like $30-something, on it. So, I sent it to him early this morning. He sent me back. He said, they already in the mail.
Yeah. Well, he knows you're good for it, so.
Oh yeah, I'm always good. I always pay KT and all that. The only one, Nightmare's Treasure, he really upset me one day, and I don't buy from him anymore. Huh?
Barbara?
What?
We can talk about that privately.
Oh, okay. I love Oriental things, and in that box I got from KT Treasures has that Oriental doll. I cannot wait. I lost all
that
of
mixed
mine.
box?
Ma'am?
The big mixed box that they had?
Yeah, the mixed box. You may be getting some of that. There's certain things I wanted in.
I don't need like things. I just do like tiny small things that I could put on my magnet kind of things, or the beads, pendants, things like that.
Yeah, well that's what I'm talking about. I have there's some of those things I saw that you may be able to do something with. And it's not going to be a big box of it. I'm just trying to. Now, Tori said she saw something. I said, that's why I bought the box. The Looney Tunes. You won't believe what I did. I have to take my whole bracelet apart. I put 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 and said 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And they're pretty like that, but and how are these going on? Nope, give me another one. I have some beads. They're oval. It's fired chest beads, CHEZ, whatever. And they look like they're plastic. I'm wondering if they fired, they put a fired coating on it. Because it looks plastic, and I called them when I got them in, and they said, nope, they're glass. And they're in
I don't know. Could be.
Like a deep terracotta color. They're pretty, but it looks like plastic beads. So I don't know. Somebody asked me in an email this morning if I was going to do some more of my seed bead bracelets. I went, I don't know. That's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, I do the I put them either on elastic or wire, depending on what size seed bead I use. And what I do is mix. And then that's why I put it on a wire. It's easier for me to string it. And what I do is then I take three wires, twist them together, and then I put the beads on them. Then I braid it, then I twist it together to keep them in place. Right. And I make 4 of them. And then once I put the 4 beads, like the 4 rows like that, I'm doing it again, sis. I'm not.
Because you're not concentrating on what you're doing.
No, I have one of my migraines today, sis. You can't tell, but I'm suffering right now. It's then once you braid them, you have your 3 or 4 rows of them. Then you take your wire and you go through the whole of the braid with some. Then you put about 3 or 4 more on there. Then you come up the next braid, then underneath the next one, and up the next. Then you have. It's intertwined. It's like a patchwork. And it's hard. And they're not wanting to pay but $5 or $10 for them.
Yeah, no, that's too much work for that.
Yeah. I love making them, but I can't see the profit in it right now. And like I said years ago, I had made some and got copyright on them. And you didn't see them. Now you see them all over the place. Michael has them for $4.99. Some of my bracelets I make and stuff, or they did before, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I said, why am I spending 2 hours making a bracelet when I can come over here and buy it for $4.99 and still sell it for $15? But I taught at Michael's for a while in their crafting department. And I had to turn in a finished project and the instructions before I could teach the class. And that's where they got some of their patterns, I bet.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's not, I don't know. To me, it don't seem right, but maybe that's why you have to sign. I had to, about 10 pages I had to sign.
That's what I'm saying. You had to read the fine print.
Yeah. Boy, it was fine. I took a magnifying glass. It said any instructions I turned in or any item.
Yeah, become the property of Michael's.
Yeah. So I'm sure that's why they're getting all their different things, you know?
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Yeah. I had made a it was a fabric with a print on it, little beanie animals. And I taught how to puff stitch. Let's see how this goes on. With the liner underneath, you hand sewed it together, and then you use some sealant glue and glued the corners together after you stitched it, and it was a Kleenex box cover or toilet paper cover, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you did is you put your sheet down, and then you put your fabric down and a thin sheet. But what you did is, once you sewed around all the little animals by hand, you cut the back, stuffed it, and stitched it. Stuff and stitch. Mm-hmm. And I had made some of my own patterns with different fabrics. Well, all of a sudden, Michael's came out with all of them. Now, I didn't.
Yeah.
I said, anybody can do that, We did a wall. I did a wall thing with cross stitch. It was beautiful. It had the hummingbirds on it. It had a cardinal on a tree and different things. Let me get this message. On the 27th. Baby, Wolf. I'm gonna turn off my volume a little bit. I gotta call this number. I don't know who it is. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just hit the little mute.
Okay, did my mute work?
Yep.
Okay. This is my new phone number, and I'm getting calls all the time for 4 or 5 different people, and it's never for me.
Yeah, I get that too with my new phone number. They're giving them out a lot quicker nowadays. They used to wait.
Well, this was an appointment thing, so. migraine. I want to spit. These two the same color. Yes, they go together. Why do I have to go back? You know, at the end of the month, I thought, well, we'll sell $50 or $60. But I was so surprised. And I had 3 new buyers last night, too. So that helped, you know. But see, I give away some stuff. Something I've had for years that's just sitting there. And like ceramics or something we've made. And I said, okay, now look, this is worth $40, $45. You pay the $10 or $12 shipping, and I'll put it up for, you know, a giveaway. Oh yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. They like it so much, and that's what I do. And people comes in the room, they buy things because they like what they see, and some of my prices are a little cheaper on the reclaim stuff. Like I pay $1 for 14 necklaces. You know, I sell them for $2 or $3. Or the little chains that, you know, real fragile things for $1. And I noticed that our sales have been climbing and climbing. It reached $490 2 weeks ago. So, but man, I looked, I said, oh, it's 4 o'clock. I gotta get my stuff together. And I got it together, but then we closed. I said, I'm going to bed. It's almost 9 o'clock. I ended up staying up till midnight last night. My headache started. I'm like, oh.
Well, you pushed yourself. That's why.
Ma'am?
You pushed yourself.
No.
Too much.
I get migraines when my DNA changes.
Right.
Yeah. So that's the one sure thing I know when the DNA, my brother's DNA goes with mine. And some people said, I don't see how you live like that. I said, I was born like that, you know, born with that. You tend to notice the signs and you just keep going, you know. And then I do have my sinuses today. He cut grass yesterday and the day before, so there we go. Make sure they all on the same thing. Yep. 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1. I know it's too on lighter colors, Stacey. I wind up making more boo-boos than I do on darker colored beads. I don't know if that's my dyslexia or if it's just, I'm supposed to have a yellow screen. They tested my eyes, and I'm supposed to have a yellow screen. And guess what I did? I put one backwards. I put a lot of them backwards. Nope, just one. Okay, I have to take that one apart. No, I don't. Yeah, I do. Put it in the wrong hole. The very last one. Get my needle. But, yeah, the light colors I have trouble seeing. I had taken that test for the eyes. They say I need a yellow screen. But they wanted $366.90 for the piece of yellow plastic that they put on the screen for the TV or whatever. And I'm like, oh, no, I can't afford that. And that was years ago. So what I did is I took a yellow divider sheet, you know, in notebooks and stuff, but it was a little bit too dark yellow. So I'm still having trouble with the eyes. Oh well. Here you. Thank you right there. sure they're all turned the same way now.
Hi, whoever came in. Say hello. Let me know who's visiting.
Oh, today's Friday. I'm like, okay, I'm a little confused here. Okay, 1, 1, 2. Time. You know, you wake up and it's Sunday morning, and then you wake up and it's Friday morning. I'm like, my gosh, where did time go? But like they say, Barbara, you're always doing something, you know, so your days will go faster and faster and faster, you know.
Yeah.
Come on, hands, work with me this morning. Stacey, you never talk to yourself when you're doing your crafts?
Not that I notice. Sometimes, I guess.
Sometimes I get frustrated and I said, okay, come on, tie. Okay, drop a glue drop, you know, or something like that. I think I'm out of glue. No, there's a little bit left.
I guess, yeah, sometimes. Like I said, I just don't notice it.
Yeah. Daddy used to tell me I used to answer myself when I was doing homework. And I said, well, that's just, you know, that's part of me then. I said, Daddy, do you know that you fuss at yourself? He said, oh, yeah, if I do wrong, I'll say, now, why did you do that? And he'll throw up his hand. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. He says, yeah, I know. I've always done that my whole life. There were rice farmers when he was growing up. His daddy Papa was a rice farmer in Indian Bayou. You blink and you were through it. That's how little it was back then. But then they had a schoolhouse, they had a little church, and about 7 farmers in that area. And they had 4 kids, and they had a slump back white horse, and they get on the horse. Papa would slap the horse's butt, and it'd take them to school. Then they get off, they slap its butt, and send it back home. When it was time for them to go, because they were like 8 miles from it. And when it was time to pick up the kids, he'd slap its butt, he'd go get them and bring them back. Never failed. Never had any incident or nothing.
Hi, whoever's hanging out in the background. Say hello. Let me know who's visiting the house.
I get a lot of visitors. I had 70-something in watching my room last night. And I'm like, wow.
I think some people just turn it on and they're watching like multiple things, you know?
Yeah. And I have some friends to help me in my hours. I'm missing like, I think about 1,200 watch hours for my epoxy people to be able to sponsor me. But I don't have the fight. They're not going to wait for the 1,000 subscribers. They said you get 500, and you put the bottle of epoxy where they can see, and you tell them every time you go on, what epoxy you're using, what dyes and stuff from us you're using. They said, oh no, we like your skulls, and we like this, and we like that you do. I like to take different size doilies, and see, I used to crochet a lot of the Madeira thread, which is a silky thread, and I'd make flowers with them. And I'll put that down, and I put that on there. But if it's baby pink, it comes out like a medium to a dark pink once the epoxy is on it. But I made some beautiful, like, things to go on your table or tabletops with them. But that takes like 3 gallons of epoxy. I've only made 1 or 2, but that's a lot of epoxy. And I'd do more if I would have more. So
well, it's telling me I got 4 bodies in the chat other than my own.
Well, I'm one of them.
You're one of them, so there's 3 other people.
Huh. Look, you can see. And actually, since I'm on live, it only shows you as a participant.
You don't have YouTube open?
Yeah, that's where I went. But unless I'm typing in, you type and it gives you like 3 minutes to type something else, and then you don't show up as a participant. You didn't know that?
No.
That's why I said I had about 15 or 16 live last night, but when I looked, there was 77 watching. So if they're not typing, it's not going to show up. No, last night I had one lady buying everybody gifts. And they have to spray my nose. It's so stopped up. Let me go spray my nose. I sound like a frog.
Okay.
Do I? You're itching in the wrong place, going. You're on a place wrong. On top of it. Oh, that's better. I can breathe.
Yay.
Yeah, some people said, how do you get to do that? I said, I spray it. And I didn't have to spray last night, so I could spray this morning. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay. What are you doing? This? Okay, that's a crochet, what, coaster or something? Pot painted? Yeah.
It's just a crocheted circle, and I put it in the top of a cover, like a lid, plastic lid.
Yeah, and it gets wet. It don't. Yeah. Let me touch up my collar. I've got an egg crate full of pink colored beads, and there's about 4 different colors of pink beads in them. I can't tell the difference. I'm going to have to go outside this afternoon and sit in the shade where the sun won't burn me and try to pick out the different colors. Now, where did, oh. I have glasses all over, but there's certain glasses I like. Since I've had surgery, I can use cheaters.
Right.
I buy a pack. I put one in the bathroom in case I need it, one in the bedroom. I have one in my workshop. I have one at my computer, one next to my chair over there. So sometimes I have 2 in one place, and I'm like, how did that get here? And I've tried the magnifying glasses. I've got one that goes on your chest, and I have the hardest time using it because the way my neck is, I can't see through it. Now I have that whole bag of 6mm beads, and once I do these today, I'm going to try to do the 3-row one with the 6mm. I don't know yet, but I'd like to try. Then I found some 4mm. I went, wow. And just do them in multicolors. Put blues together and pinks together with the purples, you know, and then the green and yellow. Just do them mixed colors, you know. But I'm not going to have enough. I did order me some of these this morning. So. one lady says she makes her own, but they're just plain silver. You know, they don't have the rhinestones on it. I said, but it makes it so pretty with the rhinestones.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all those leather bracelets that you find that they make from Japan and Peru and all those. I used to make those by about 50 of them a day. I'm just not into that anymore. You know, like ceramic. Since my cancer, you can pour it and clean it. I can't clean it anymore because of the dust. The ceramic
dust.
Yeah. Now they have to be cleaned real good, and then the smell of the paint gets to me. I'm like, but I want to do some of my gators, my welcome gators. They're beautiful done, you know. It just, the people says, why aren't you making soap and your candles? I said, it's the fragrances. And I've got boxes I've tried to sell for $10, and there's 12 of them to one box. Little 3 to 4 ounce candles in little jars, like you get from the Dollar Tree. Well, it's not Dollar Tree anymore. And we would take the wax out of it because it wasn't strong enough. So we take the wax out and put them in big jars, and we give them to family members, you know, for Christmas and stuff like that. But we make our own fragrances and stuff, and it's so strong. And we've got some back there, and they said, "Oh, you got that at Dollar Tree." I said, "I might have gotten the jar. You know, the jars were $1.24 each plus shipping, where I could get the candle and the jar, and then just take the jars off, you know, out." So I'm looking right now. What we did is we put them in the oven on low, and we melted them, and we'll put them in some plastic shoe boxes with lids. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different fragrances there. Been there for 5.5 years. I opened up one the other day, and I said, "Oh, shoot," because I add my own fragrances to make them stronger. And I'm like, Corbin, do you really want to get into that right now until you move? I'm saying, no, I don't. Used to, when we had our gift shop, I have 220 fragrances of soaps and about 30 different fragrances. I have votives that are still wrapped up. Now they're getting old and the dyes are fading, but the candles still smell just as strong as can be. But nobody wants them, you know. I said, my gosh, you're paying 50 cents a jar for them, you know. $6 for 12 of them, or, you know, 24 of them, you know, for $12 or $10. And I just can't sell them, so they're just sitting there. I'll bring them to, I'll do like I did before, you know. Go ahead and melt it down and add some more color to it. Now my soaps, we do Native American soaps. We grind up real fine sage and stuff like that. Those sell very well. Like oatmeal and almond for an exfoliant. And we did real good in selling those at the flea markets and stuff like that. But that's a lot of work. You get up at, okay, you gotta be there for 7 or set up for 8. So you gotta be there, say, for 7:30. You get up at 7, you load up the night before. You unload, you set it out for 8 o'clock. They close at 12. I think they're closing at 1 now. And in the summertime, it gets so hot, it starts being outside. You really start melting candles and soaps and stuff, you know. And Then you have to pack them up. Then you gotta get home, unpack them, put them somewhere. It's not worth it. It's not. You don't make enough money. Then with COVID and the hurricane sitting here, nobody wants to spend money anymore. We're having problems with people going back to work over here. They just don't want to go back to work. Now, the stuff has stopped. The whatever week they were getting stopped here. And because there was enough jobs, people could work. But now they've gone on disability. Or, they just don't want to work, and they've lost their homes and everything. So they're on welfare. And they said they do better on welfare than they did working. So half our stores can't even open up again because there's no workers.
Right. I hear that a lot.
Me, if I could work outside the home, I would. Ooh. Without having to do all this all the time. I've taken 2 trips since 2019. Once to Robbie, once to Baton Rouge for my cancer surgery. Now I had 1 cancer surgery here. And besides that, I would not get out of the house except to, there goes another beat, except to go to the hospital or the doctors. That's it. I didn't go visit anyone or nothing like that because they said my immune system was too compromised. And I thought, COVID was ended, but it's not. It's just changed forms, they said. I'm like, okay. So I'm going to start wearing my mask again. A friend of mine said her sister was just admitted for COVID. I went, what? You don't hear too much about it like you used to. Old news, I guess.
Yeah.
See, Daddy lived through the what's that flu that took over for during World War I, and then it lasted till the end of World War II. Some kind of flu. Swine flu. Yeah, swine flu.
Oh, swine flu.
Yeah. And he said that was horrible because you were sitting next to somebody eating and they just pass out and die. He said that was horrible. A horrible, horrible death. And you didn't even know they had it. And he said, men were going home with it and would meet up with their wives and family. And so many kids and, family members died because they didn't know they had the swine flu. And back then, people didn't really believe in vaccines. I know I had a bad one. There they are. Okay. Oh yeah. Make it no.
Blue is on the outside.
The Blue should be on the outside. If you have enough. Okay. Now for shadows, that's what you want for hers. Ooh, that pink is pretty, sis. Look at here. I like the glitter, the bling. Yeah, that's pretty. I had forgotten how pretty these were. You've never made the baskets with the beads? Like the wooden beads? Or the berry beads?
Years and years ago.
Yeah, me too. But the baskets with the wooden beads are coming back. That's why a lot of people want all those old wooden beads from those necklaces. I'm like, well, okay. I've got 3 boxes like this, sis. Look, that's the 4mm Swarovski crystals. I didn't even know I had them. Got 3 or 4 boxes like that.
Wow.
And they're in the 4mm, and I'm going, oh, wow. Okay. So, I need to do some of those Indian chief heads with the safety pins, and I'm just not.
Oh, the headdresses?
Yeah. I don't know if I'm into that right now. I can make the pins and put together, but with those feathers, I don't want to. Get into that. I got some honey on that. Oh, that's 2 different ones. Wait a minute. Okay. That blue. That looks like a smoky blue with gold around it. I know I don't have enough of these. Nope, I don't have enough of these. I'm going to have to put these in your box. I may make this little girl's bracelet out of it. And that's why I've been doing a lot of little girl bracelets, just one stringer. Yeah, I have a lot of, oh, there it is. I found the one that flew away a while ago. I have a lot of larger women that says, this bracelet will not fit me. I said, look, I'm a size 8. It stretches and it goes back. And that's pretty. I don't know if you can see it. See?
Let me see.
And they come together.
Wait.
See? That's the light.
Trying to get this to switch. Hold on a second.
Okay.
All right, now switch. Come on.
And that's the light pink put on my skin. And they're touching each other. So if you have a smaller arm, it'll be a little loose, but it won't be so loose you can't wear it. Because it's
Hi, Bonnie. Okay. Hi, Lena. Oh, Lena says, hello, Wolf Clan. She is Hawk Clan.
road.
All right, I'm gonna step away for just a few minutes. I'll be right back.
Those are blue. That's blue. It's like a baby blue. Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and do this next. I'm always losing my tools. Oh, there they are. Bonnie, you can have all the cats you want. I'm allergic to them. I love them. I've had one cat my whole life. And when I started sneezing and breaking out in welts, the doctor, when I was little, told my dad to get rid of the cat. And I pitched such a bad fit, he put it outside. And every once in a while, he'd let it in the house and I'd start breaking out. I love cats. I love just to cuddle. And I can't do that no more. See, these are darker and lighter and came off of one strand, but okay. Uh-oh. I knew that would happen. Why wasn't it? I'm always dropping something. There we go. Good thing I keep them closed up. Let's see. The Hawk clan of what tribe? Red Road, what tribe are you with? Oh, you're Shawnee? Okay, I'm mostly Apache. I'm 1/4 Apache. I'm 1/16 Cherokee and 1/16 Chautauqua from Louisiana Bayous. And then I'm 1/32 Micmac from Canada. When the French went to Acadia and then came down here to Louisiana. The Cajuns is what they call us, Cajuns. But I'm adopted, and my grandfather got with me before he died and told me about that we were descendants of Cochise and all that. And if I part my hair right, you can see I have the same streaks as he does in gray. It's just, I need to wash my hair today. I love the history that I've learned and the ways I've learned from the Native Americans. But they called me a Heinz 57. So I'm a Heinz 57. 52% Native, and the rest is Ojibwa. Yeah. So many of us are mixed because it depends on where our family came from, you know, and traveled and everything. And excuse me, I've had cancer surgery in the sinuses. I have to hold my nose to clear my throat. And I love the cultures. I love what I've learned from them. And some people people just wants to know why you want to know that kind of culture. They're savages. I said, you know what? I think sometimes what they call the white man is more savage than the native. Oh, that's amazing, Red Road. I'm actually a shaman. I was born with several gifts, and then I was raised in the summertime on the bayous by a granny, where I learned a lot of the Atacapa ways and then the bayou healing ways. And then I was a Christian. I knew how to pray and let Creator heal like that. Yeah, that's most of them was mixed like that, Red Road. Most of them was. I'm part Irish, Scottish, French, Spanish, and African. And that was because of the Jews that were sent to Africa. I'm from one of only 2% Jewish. 52% Native American. So I'm mostly that, and then that's why they call me a Heinz 57. I'm part German too, the Czech Snyder. And it's an amazing world we live in. And I find out that it has a lot to do with, you know, how we look upon life. So, and I've loved learning. I've done genealogy 676, and that's when I found out I was part Takapau in 78. So I got with the people and I told them my affiliation, and they researched it, and sure enough, I was. All on my grandfather's side, though. All on my grandfather's side. And then, see, I'm adopted. My natural mother, my adopted dad that we found out was my real dad, and my adopted mother, their third great grandmothers were sisters. So we were kin. So it's still the same blood. I don't care what anybody says. And a lot of people condemn people when they say they're part Native. How can you claim that? I said, okay, let me ask you something. You say you're African American. Why can't you say you're just African instead of African American? How can you claim that? Well, that's who I am. That's who I was born. That's what's in my blood. I said, okay, same thing with us. I said, I don't look down on anybody like that. You're who you are. Like it or not.
Yep.
I do speeches at the college here and stuff like that, or used to be at the library, we'd have like writers group and stuff, and we'd have speakers, and they spoke that not enough of the Native Americans write and stuff like that. And I said they're scared to write because of the different hate groups, you know. Mm-hmm. They say they shouldn't be scared of writing about it. I said I'm not, and I've been attacked by a couple of hate groups, especially when I don't wear jewelry and stuff like that, but I deal with it. I will wear my native stuff when I have to, because I'm called Chiku, which is grandmother. I'm not one of the major grandmothers. I'm just a grandmother in my tribe. But with the different kinds of healings and stuff, some of the men get mad. They don't want women to be in a higher position than them. I said, boy, that's like all over in the world mostly. So I just kind of, and here in Louisiana, we have mostly the attack pause that does something every year, but most of the tribes don't. And I don't like what the Louisiana government did here. They wanted a gambling place on land, so they took the native people that had left their tribes and stuff, gathered them together and called them the Kashatas. Now there's a tribe called Kashati, which is 100% true, but the Kashatas around Kinder is not. Oh my God.
That was different.
I know you did. I see that. Look, Stacey. Look at the blue one.
Oh, beautiful.
Because it's easier to put the portfolio like that.
Yeah. And then you didn't
I got it glued. I got it glued.
Yeah, but
the other one didn't stay glued. I did glue it. And I think it's because the beads are thicker.
Yeah, it
and
could
they
be.
push it out.
Yeah, see, those are bones, animal bones, mostly cow bones that they make the hair pipes with, and they're never the same, and sometimes one's a little thicker than the other, and if you glue something on it or try to stitch it, it won't stay. Now, I can go online and start bidding on those for $25. Those are $300 chokers, powwow chokers. And I may get $50. Robbie would put on one on there. He'll go up to $200, $250 easily. But that we donate it, and that's to help feed the animals and buy and repair equipment that they need, and that's just something we do. Remember the little, these are icicles that you freeze. It's the mold, and they're beautiful. I used the epoxy. See, I drilled them yesterday, and I put a hook in them. And I'm just going to make a gold chain and just hang it from the gold chain. I noticed the ones that are short, they don't look as good when I cut them in half, so I'm just leaving them whole. I'll be right back. Gotta find my stuff. It's here, there, and yonder. But Wolf found it for me. Stacey, I have enough stuff to open up a gift shop in a building 20 by 30 and probably fill it up to the rim.
Wow.
That'd have to be a bracelet. I'm working at my computer desk. And I have a slide out drawer. And I got all kinds of stuff in it. I just have to dig through it to find what I need. It's kind of big of a junk one. Let's see if I can find a small one. I have one or two things left over while I'm working here today. I drop them on this drawer, and I have to pick through it to find what I need. Okay, there's the 3 I need. I don't know what to put on it. That's a big one, so I have to cut a little bit off. Has any of y'all heard the butcher bracelets? I'm thinking, what in the heck? I heard it last night and I was trying to remember it today. What is a butcher bracelet? I tried looking it up. Never heard of it. Couldn't find it on YouTube or in Google. Might be a name somebody just made up.
Could be.
look good. There's a pink one came out look good. So I got one orchid and 3 of the pink and champagne. No, pink and yellow, then I have champagne. Okay, now. That's interesting. I got 3 of them. Pretty black chain, but I don't have nothing black to hook it with. Maybe silver. And as crafters, when we were younger, we did more intricate designs, you know, than we do now. It's like we've run out of stamina or something, and we'll need to take on something too risky.
Basically, you know, we've gained so much knowledge that, you know, you always want to do a lot of things, where when you were younger, it was all new, so you get into something that...
I was making Cabbage Patch Kids for a while, throwing them and stuffing them and, you know, putting the little eyes on them. And after about you make 30 or 40 of them, you don't want to do no more. That's what happens in that. And then all the crocheted Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and all that. After you make so many, you get tired of it, or I did. And then it was the women's vest, the open vest out of granny squares, which I made. And it was the one that they had the zigzag. I got tired of that after a while too, and just said, oh, screw it. And for about 4 years, I didn't crochet at all. But I was going through a divorce. I was going back to school. Then I started with the granny squares again, and I found out how to do the granny squares in the crocodile scales. I made a lot of those, and then the roses. I've always made the roses though, all my life. And I'd make the granny squares with the rose centers and stuff, and did about 6 king size and queen size bedspreads. And I said, nope, no more. Put that off. Then I had shingles. That's really killed me in crocheting a lot. Then I started macrameing again, which I had done for years and years.
Yeah.
As far as beadwork, I've always done beadwork. My daddy used to make me the big beads out of wood, and he'd sand them down and stuff. And I actually would make the macrame. That's how I started on that. Square beads, round beads, you name it, he would make it for me. Then I'd, shine them up, polish them up. This is what I would like to show. See, I have silver and gold and copper, but I don't have black hooks. I wonder if I could just put a silver hook on that thing. That chain. That's kind of like a silver chain,
Why not? Anything would go with it. I mean, you just gotta match it with the rest of whatever piece you're putting on it.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what we found a lot of is pieces of chain. A lot of them. And some of them were not big enough to do anything except maybe put a bead on the end and just make a hanging earring because they're so small. But others are big enough to make bracelets, like this one. I have a lot of bigger women always calling me, you make 8 and 9 inch bracelets? I said, yeah. I said, what you need, an ankle bracelet? No, I want a bracelet. I said, oh, okay. And then I know what they mean. My sister-in-law was like that years ago when we had our shop. She said, well, I need about a 9 inch bracelet,
Well, the other thing too, is not just necessarily bigger women. It's like women also who have very bad arthritic hands and their knuckles are really swelled up and stuff. They need a larger bracelet just to go over the, this part of their hand.
Now, I have made a lot of ankle bracelets, but I don't like to put chains on them. You know what I like to do? I like to make them out of stretch bracelets and make them bigger. And especially with this thicker elastic I'm using. And, that's not bad, Stacey. That looks good with the silver and black. People just don't realize that, you can do anything with jewelry. Don't like it, change it, ask the people to change it or whatever.
Yeah.
And some people don't like dangles. Some do, I don't know who put this one together, but it's gold, silver, and looks like some kind of. Take that apart. It's hard to know what people will like these days. It really is.
Yeah, you can't.
Can't really, no. You just make it and then, oh yeah, I want it, and then all of a sudden it doesn't sell. Because, just like I used to make 10 or 15 of one color bracelet in like 3 sizes, and then I change and go to another size, and stuff like that. But I found out once somebody buys, say you have 15 in your group, once somebody buys one or two, they don't want the same color in the family. You know, the mother will buy one for her and her daughter, and they'll wear it together or something like that. But they'll want a red or a green the next time or something, you know, or green with gold spacers, you know. So I try to make all different kinds of stuff.
Right.
I try not to stay with just one. And then what am I going to put on that black? This is black. Oh, I have a little pearl. I have a couple of paper plates I call my trash bins. I said, what do I have in my trash bin there? Nothing I really like out there. Let's see what I've got. Ooh, there's the other horse. There's the other horsey horse. There we go. Now I got two of them. Get in my bag with the other one. I wish I could have found more of those little horseshoes I showed you yesterday. Oh, how about a healing stone? There we go. That would look good on there. Yes. Okay, I lost my. No, not quite dark enough. Let me see if I can find another one. Oh, here's a stripe, that tiger stripe with black and clear. See, my ladies, like, the bigger the boggle or the shell or the bead or the stone, the more they want it. That's one thing I have found out. So, you know, try to give them what they want. I couldn't find something the other day to match something I needed to make. You know what I did? Took out my box of paper clips because that was the exact color of the chain. Black didn't look good with it, white didn't look good with it, silver didn't look good with it, gold didn't look good. And so what I did is I went ahead and I took one of those and I made my own little hook. And that's the first time in my whole life I've been made a hook out of a paper clip. I'm 67 years old. That just boggles my mind.
Well, that's called being resourceful.
Yeah.
You knew you saw that color somewhere.
My daddy worked at Sears, and with one hand, he couldn't do hardly anything, so he took up the tickets in the parking lot. Then they took away the parking lot, and they went ahead and put him in the paint department and realized, hey, with that nub of his, he could pick up 3 gallons of paint with no problem, and had a knack of mixing colors together and stuff. Worked in Sears a lot, and people would say, oh, I need this and this, and they, you know, oh yeah, it's exactly what I want. And then they come back and say, no, once I put a stroke or two on the wall, I didn't like it. Well, Sears had a no question return policy back then.
Yeah.
So they put the gallons of paint on sale.
Yeah, the
and
yeah.
Daddy bring them home. You should see some of the stuff, artwork we did together. It was a fun time. our Barnes. Everybody says, gotta be kidding, Wid. His name was Widley, but they called him Waddly, Willie, you know. But, so they started calling him Wid. And had a Barnes like in 4 different colors, you know, each wall a different color and everything. And he just liked creating art. He had me take my hand and he put a little bit on a Visqueen. He'd put some paint and I'd have to put my hand in the paint, and then I had to stamp it all over the wall. And it's on the outside barn, you know, and it's like, okay, whatever. Because we lived out in the country, you know. Then Daddy taught me how to mix paint myself. And I'd go on Saturdays and I'd stay and help them. And I get a few little extra dollars out of Daddy's paycheck that he would give me himself, you know. Right. So that made me a little bit of money. Well, sis, I need to go. It's time for lunch here. I'll talk to you later. Thank you again, and bless you for letting me come on in.
Of course.
Telling everybody bye and have a blessed day and a good weekend, since it's the weekend. And I probably won't be on until about Monday now.
Okay.
Love y'all all. Bye-bye.
Bye, baby girl. You have a good day. Activity. What you doing? Hi, Josie. What's everybody doing? Oh, did you?